Hello, everyone. I'm Rob Smith of the Quant Edge in the Black VTF here at T3 Live with this week's market wrap up. And yee new highs. And what a ripper we've seen here. And if you remember last weekend, I talked about going inside on the day and SPY. See this corrective activity inside, what means that didn't take out the highs, didn't take out the lows. That's either a rest before more selling, or guess what? Corrective activity inside day up, and boom, into new highs. And so, what can you say? When we put them on the highs, pretty much everything's going to look good. However, we got a few things that are lagging. But more importantly, when you want to look at these things, here you can see the slight higher highs, the slight lower lows. There's a continuation broadening formation, right? It goes up, strong rally, slight higher high, stops him out, comes out, takes all these guys out. Then you're inside continuation, back up into the highs. And you're going to see this type of action all over the place if once you start looking at things the way I'm showing you. If you go to the weekly, you're going to see it very similar, right? Right here. The big ripper off the lows, broadening formation consolidation, brags it low, bam. Goes back up, does it again. Now you can see this here, broadening formation continuation pattern. Boom, now expanding into the high. So just like on that daily, you'll see is up, broadening formation, gone. That's how continuation patterns more often than not work. As much as people want to see flags or whatever, this is more often what you're going to see, and you're seeing it right there. If we go to the small cappers, yee same deal. Let's go up. Let's go inside and inside day and straight up. Little doji there today, kind of like the FAS here. The FAS goes inside day, so finally doesn't make a higher high, but and that's that's we'll pay attention to that come Monday morning. We do have the QQQ here finally trying to come up and take out all this stuff. So if you look at the monthly, Qs could just be warming up to take this stuff out, and so once again you're going to see this consolidation pattern in here, and so the Qs still potentially have some room. We had the trannies doing this, and this was great, going into new highs. And here, you'll hear me use some of these terms, and I want you to understand them, because when you see them, you're going to be able to trade them. All right, the inside bars, you're going to see a momentum hammer right here on the weekly that I pointed out last week. Once again, I do a more extensive market breakdown on my YouTube over the weekend, Smith's in the Black, all one word, and I tweeted out at Rob in the Black. But so trannies go to new highs off the momentum hammer. Q's lagging a bit, and if we take a look at in the Q's IBB, one of the things when I talk about an inside bar, you're also going to have multiple inside bar pattern. And so if you see this, 1, 2, 3, 4 bars completely within this week's range in the IBB. If you go to the monthly, inside month completely in this range, nowhere near taking out either side. So that's going to be a problem when you're trying to game that for the rest of the month until the new year. But we'll keep an eye on it and see, come the new year. Another somewhat laggards here, if you look at the weeklies. You see this Facebook going inside weak. You say, now what is this going to do? Is it going to go down, consolidate, and measured move and get clobbered, or is this going to join the rally back up? Amazon inside weak there as well. Google, better, goes rallying up. And guess how it did it? You got it. Inside day, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right back up to the highs. Netflix, and the problem with Netflix here is you do have this outside day, slight lower low. That's good. That could potentially set up one of those consolidation continuation patterns. The thing is, here it's 2 months inside this bar, so I really want to get outside of this inside month here above 125.83 if it's really going to start running up there. But we'll watch all them Qsters and stuff like that because we've got plenty of inside weeks in TAC here that didn't go. You've got CRM. Here's an inside week. You got LRCX in the semis. You've got analog devices in the semis right near the highs, but inside you've got AMBA here going toward the lows. This would be momentum shooting star if they want to hit this thing. So we'll keep an eye on that so things start to come in. And you see Palo Alto going inside week, still near the low. So some people like to sit there and just be like, I'm going to try and short the SPY and then just keep getting stopped out. You ideally short things that are going down. And so if you want to do that, something like Taser, and this is called a one-bar reversal strat here, inside week. It took it to the upside first, but then ripped the other way, right? That's a problem for this thing, and you can see what that did. Just got clobbered, and so if you like the short side, you might choose to short things that are going down, and that was a real nice one there. And also a couple of the ones that people like to, TWLO. Should have named my company TWHI, but this thing just still all sorts of trouble, and you got that ACIA here going inside weak. if they want to continue to clobber this thing again. But outside of that, we want to see, if we did every Dow 20,000, Dow 20,000, how are we going to get to the Dow 20,000? We got some inside weeks in the Dows this week to see if they can get them going. You got UTEX is inside. You've got UNH is inside. You've got McDonald's here inside and still trying to come off the lows. If this is going to be continuation pattern up, sideways go, and try and take this downtrend out. You've got Johnson & Johnson going hammer, trying to come off these lows. And if this thing can rip back through all this stuff, it's like so. This is where we're going to be looking right out to shoot for the Dow, and certainly with all the energies. When you look at all the energies and crude oil here, if crude starts coming through this stuff and back up into there, a lot of inside weeks. You've got WLL as an inside week. You've got Marathon MRO. You've got in the oil services OIH, both Slob and Halliburton are inside weeks. All right, and so Devon, APC, you name it. Like I said, I'll get more extensive about that. But once again, these mean that when they couldn't go to a higher high or lower low, these are consolidating. And so that gives us more boost when they start to break out. Also, if you're trading any of these names that were still inside and we're getting chopped up this week, that's why. You want to know if something is still trading inside, especially when you start coming back to a Wednesday or a Thursday on the week. And finally, last but not least, let's take a look at Tesla. Tesla goes inside week, and on the day would be potential back down. Inside day opens and closes back in. That's potential rev strat down, but it is an inside week for Tesla to see if Tesla can finally get out of this funk once and for all. But next week, you got inside days to start off in the financials. You've got a bunch of inside weeks, like I said, in the Dow and in certainly tech and oils to see if we're going to continue or if it's time to finally cool off just a little bit. But right now, we're going out. We're going to celebrate this weekend. New highs for the United States. All right, America's great again. Everybody have a great, safe weekend. I'm Rob Smith at Quant Edge VTF here at T3 Live.